46 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, 2 people are shot during a wedding reception. An inmate activates a fire alarm at the detention center. And several people are injured in a 2-car crash. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, May 2nd, 2016. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Saturday night, the Nye County Sheriff's Office received reports of shots fired on Effinger Street during a wedding reception that resulted in 2 people being injured. One person was shot in the foot and the other in the head. Both individuals were responsive and transported to medical facilities for treatment. News 46 has since learned that the person shot in the head may have lost his eye. The suspect in this incident has not been located and has yet to be identified. The Sheriff's Office asked that if anyone has any information in regards to this case, to please contact them at 775-751-7000. The individual is wanted for attempted murder, battery, child endangerment, and weapons charges. We caught up with Fire Chief Scott Lewis this morning.
Late Saturday night, we were dispatched to level 1 staging for a shooting. Once the Nye County Sheriff's Office arrived, secured the scene, and deemed it safe for the fire and EMS to come in, we found at least 2 patients that had gunshot wounds. One was sustained to the area of the head, the other one was a foot injury. Both were transported to the local hospital as Mercy Air 21 was unavailable. They met flight criteria from the beginning, however, with the airship unavailable, they went to the closest hospital.
Do you know how this occurred?
Now, as part of the ongoing investigation as to how the incident occurred, it was a very dynamic scene. There were numerous people, but it was well managed. And our job was to get in there, get the patients out, and get them transported to the hospital.
Was there 2 discharged? Do you know?
I don't know the number of discharges. That was all part of the ongoing investigation.
And traffic was blocked after a 2-vehicle collision that occurred Sunday afternoon in the intersection of Highways 160 and 372.
Late yesterday afternoon, dispatch report of a 2-vehicle accident with injuries. Upon arrival, we found a T-bone type collision. There was 6 occupants. All were transported to the local hospital. Most of the injuries appear to be minor in nature. However, as one collective group of the family, we kept them all in the units.
And they were children in one of the vehicles, right?
Yes, there were some children involved. They were transported as a precautionary measure with the family.
All transported by ground?
All transported by ground by Pahrump Fire Rescue.
And then there was a lot of damage to these vehicles.
Significant impact, T-bone type collision, as I mentioned earlier, so yes.
Animal control was there? Was there an animal involved?
No, I wasn't aware of any animals. However, animal control was in close proximity.
And they kind of helped direct traffic, I noticed that.
Yes, and that was a big help for us.
And Mercy Air was unable to fly at certain times over the weekend because of bad weather. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to an injury accident Saturday morning and transported the patients to Desert View Hospital by ground.
Early Saturday morning, we were dispatched a report of a 2-vehicle accident with injuries. On our arrival, we found a T-bone type collision again with the occupant, the passenger occupant trapped in the vehicle. Engine 1 went into service with a passenger side door removal. All the occupants were then transported by ground to the local hospital as Mercy Air 21 was unavailable.
Yeah, the weather was an issue, right?
The weather was an issue. One of them met flight criteria. However, we transported to the local hospital.
And then maybe subsequently from the hospital they transported them when the weather was permitting?
It's possible. I'm unaware of exactly what the status of those patients were once they arrived.
What equipment did you guys have there?
2 ambulances, command unit, and also our rescue engine 1.
How many people were injured?
I believe 2.
News 46 will return in just a moment with your Desert View Hospital Health Tip.